Hello and welcome to the Hypertrophy Odyssey chapter 111, aka 111. It is the first day of the week, aka the Vulcan Raven? Yes, the Vulcan Raven workout. I am on my way to the gym. I'm wearing the Berserk cutoff. I'm very happy right now. I'm feeling good. Shoulder hurts a little bit, but hey, there's nothing too crazy. On the way there, yeah, just looking forward to today's workout. So today's subject matter came up because I saw a meme recently. I will have it on the screen right now, and also it'll probably be in the thumbnail because it's just a great meme, but it spoke to me internally very, very well. So I was like, all right, time to talk about it. And that is my personal goal body, yes, and goal bodies in general, because I feel like that has changed over the years, obviously, for me personally, because there have been times where my goal body was just me, but smaller. So we'll talk about that probably in the voiceover. But with that being said, I'll get into details about the goal body and all that other stuff. But generally speaking, I have a general goal body of what I would like to achieve. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be achieved relatively soon, or maybe even at all, who knows. But I'm aiming towards something, so that way, as long as I can get there, even if I don't get there, I can fall within the stars and have a pretty good physique regardless. So that is something. But before I get into what it is, why, and all that other jazz, but I'll get into that in the voiceover, I'll talk about this when it comes to goal bodies, and this is just the general stance on it. And that is, I subscribe to the natural hypertrophy version of having a goal body, which is just to get something from an animated television show or something that isn't necessarily another person, mostly because another person is not achievable because you aren't them, you know what I mean? Unless you are a straight descendant from them, you aren't going to look like the other person. Now, I'll change that up a little bit and say that there is a point where you could be, your own body could be your own goal, if that makes any sense. Because I think there is a level of you but smaller that does ring for certain people. Like, you know, there are people that just want to be the smaller version of themselves. If they're like, let's say, morbidly obese or just obese in general, they just want to see a smaller version of themselves. They don't necessarily want to see something that's ripped or jacked. This entire conversation is about being ripped or jacked, but there are some people that goal body is just a smaller version of themselves, a healthier version of themselves. And then there are other people whose versions of their goal body is a former version of themselves. So for example, something of them when they were younger, they were in shape, you know what I mean? So they want to just get back to that, you know? And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that at all. I don't think that there is anything wrong with that. If your goal body is a former you or a past you, obviously there will be probably some changes, you know, it's not going to be 100% the same, but still it is worthy enough to get there, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that that's a bad goal to have, really. Or if you want to just be smaller, like skinnier, I'm not gonna shit on that personally, because even though I am somebody who wants to get bigger in the muscle range, I was morbidly obese for a while there, so I get the other half where you just want to be skinnier. That's it. Like, you don't necessarily care about muscle and all that other stuff, which I'm not going to say anything for or against it, but I can understand why there would be a difference. Not everybody's into it. I get it, even though I think everybody should be into it, but it's a whole other conversation. But still, that's the basic thing that I wanted to say about that, was that as long as your goal body is basically either former you or something where it's like a you plus something else that you can possibly achieve, or something animated, something that is so out there that is left field. I think those are like the things. Comparing yourself, trying to be your goal body to be like some like random bodybuilder just doesn't seem like a good idea per se, or just any specific person. And also you have to keep it in the realm of reality if you do it yourself, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna just be like, yeah, I'm gonna have 70-inch arms, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, you know, that's just a recipe for a disaster. So there are levels to it, but we'll get into more detail on the inside.
All right, so start this day off with dips, which were pretty good. I actually enjoyed them a lot. So for myself, let me start with this. For my goal body, if I were to be 100% honest, and it is very, very prevalent if you know who I am personally, but my goal body in particular is Super Saiyan 1 Goku because I am insane. But that is what I want to achieve in my personal body composition. I'll post some random pictures up of some of the Goku physiques that made me like inspired, particularly these from, I believe it is Revenge of Cooler movie, when he turned Super Saiyan in that. This is exactly what I would want to look like. Big lats, big torso, not huge arms, you know, boulder shoulders, but at the same time, nothing too crazy. It is a little big, obviously, but huge torso. And I'm really do like that. I'm not going to be a spider physique as per se. I would probably go more arm dominant than anything, but I do like this entire physique, just everything about it. Great, 10 out of 10. It is what I would like to do. As to why I like this, I just like everything about it. Inspiration since I was a kid, so I really do enjoy Dragon Ball Z, obviously, and there are a bunch of people who would also enjoy it as well, but that has been the one that I would say I narrowed it down to, because honestly, before I even watched that goal physique or goal body video from Natural Hypertrophy, I didn't really have a goal physique really. I just had a me but smaller, you know what I mean? I didn't really care necessarily or aim for anything that I want to do with my physique at all, which is fine. And I discussed it a little bit in the car too, and I feel like that is a decent enough thing for a majority of people. I don't think everybody has to have one, but I also feel like they should have some idea of where they want to go with it. And that's why I made mine this specific Goku, because I wanted to be something like this, where I have some things to aim for. So right now, for example, it's reflected a little bit in my training where I want to get my back stronger for a lot of different reasons. I want to get my back stronger, but this is like one phase of it that I'm focusing on right now. And then I probably, whenever I change my program out in a few months or two, maybe at the end of the year, I don't know how long I'm going to keep it, I'm going to change it up to focus on something else in particular about the physique that I want to change to get it more closer to this Goku physique. So I'll probably focus on more on shoulder development and things like that. Maybe like some more midsection things, or just a chest focus, you know, go to the chest, things like that. And it all just depends. It is something where personally, that's how I see it as. It gives me a chance to focus on something broader than what I don't know, because my abyss of, genetics and all that other stuff, I don't know what the hell a bigger version of myself will be. But if I aim towards this Goku, then I know what I can work on and try to figure it out from there. And it helps drive the progression, and plus drives the programming of my workouts. So it does help a lot. I have to agree with Natural Hypertrophy's idea that you don't want to use another person's body, you know what I mean, as your goal. Because I could have said I thought Arnold was my goal physique, but realistically I'm not a 6-foot Austrian dude from, the 1960s. So there's no fucking point. And we're talking about the 0.000000001% of people. So it is a setting yourself up for failure type of thing, because even if you let's say you get to the point where you might look like the person, you're never gonna fully look like them. So you're never really gonna get to that point. I know I'm not gonna ever really look like Goku. I mean, I don't even have hair, but at the same time, because of the fact that it's fictional, I can always see and try as hard as I can to get to it. There's always a possibility of getting there, versus another person that's just genetics straight up. There's no other way to describe it. I don't like using the genetics card when it comes to these types of things, but when you're trying to aim for something, don't try to aim for something that is someone else, you know what I mean? That's a real person. Now you can try to use their techniques, that's a whole other subject for a whole other day, but that is less of your own goal body and more of just what they use to get to their body. It may or may not work for you, just like everything else. But Still, regardless, I think that it is something to be aware of, and that don't let that be a self-limiter, because you could be surprised. You'd be surprised what you can achieve if you just aim for something, particularly aim for something that is a little bit up there, but nothing too crazy. And I think that's also what it is. I think Super Saiyan 1 Goku is like the maximum craziness that I think would be achievable. Nothing like too crazy, but after that point you're starting to get into the realm of like roids and or another huge level, like, you know, if I choose like one of the characters from Baki or something along those lines, they are so beyond what a human could possibly even do. It is quite crazy without the use of anabolics, of course. If you take it too crazy and you don't get it, you might be disappointed a little bit. But I think if you get there, even like, let's say even if you did make it Baki, right? And it was like, so you get 60% of the way there. That's still pretty fucking good. So just be aware of that. You can go crazy. You just can't, you gotta remember too, that if you do fall short, it'll be all right, you know?
What do you mean you got no ice? You mean you gotta drink this coffee hot? And we're back. Welcome to the workout debriefing. Exercises not filmed? None. Exercises skipped? Also none. Got everything in today. Very happy about that. A little tired, but it is what it is. On the way back home to do some editing. But anyways, so to get back to the main subject matter at hand, the goal body. I feel like it is something that you should all have if you are in any type of trying to better your body or in fact trying to lose weight or whatever, recomposition, although I think everybody should be doing it, building muscle, whatever it is. But have a goal in order for you to aim for something, because even if you don't reach your goal, you'll fall within the stars. I've already said this before. I probably said it during the voiceover, but it is something that is genuinely accurate. Even if you don't achieve the goal that you want, you're still gonna get pretty far if you chase something that is very far from you, but also like up as well. You want to go far and up, basically. So if you do that, you can end up with something that will be pretty good at the end of the day. I think most people would say, you know, I'm not necessarily going to get to my goal body, but if I can get like 50% way there, that's pretty fucking good, you know what I mean? So it all just depends. It is necessary to have something to look forward to, something to keep fueling you, keep driving you forward. You know, whenever I see certain photos, I instantly go like, fuck, I need to be on top of shit. I need to stop fucking around and being all like lackadaisical with everything and really tighten up, because this is achievable if I try hard enough. In my brain and in my mind, you have to have that winner's mindset that this is actually possible. That's what I say personally. Now, obviously, there are certain things that aren't possible, but at the same time, you want to aim for it, because if you don't aim for it and aim high up, then you are blackpilling yourself into oblivion and you're going into the deep negative pessimism that can plague the world. Hold on one second. All right, so I got a phone call. Apologize for that. But anyways, so like I was saying, you want to aim up and high, have some type of goal body. It doesn't matter what it is. Natural Hypertrophy made a great video about it. I will link it here or in the description below, because it really did inspire me to figure out what the hell my goal body was and then go from there. I just wanted to talk about it in my personal point of view, because I have my personal goal body that I want to see and I would like to achieve. I don't know if I will, but that is a whole other subject on a whole other day that maybe like I won't have to worry about until like 10 years from now. You know what I mean? That's something that I don't have to worry about for a long time. Right now, I'm still going. I'm still achieving new heights in my body and composition and whatnot. So I'm getting better and better, to say the least. But with that being said, tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions about body composition and or just the way that you feel that you would like to see your body in the future, or any other type of thing like that. Or if you have any comments about my goal body or whatever, I would like to know. Or if you have your own goal body, whatever it is, I'd love to know. But anyways, please tell me in the comments below. I'd love to know. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back on tomorrow with a new video. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this video with anybody who may or may not like it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.